Alright, I'm going to attempt this one more time. So, this is my new Blu-ray update. It's not going to be long. I don't have that many movies to show, but I figured let me just do one anyway. Let's get to it before my freaking iMovie just collapses on me and dies. First movie, Silent Hill Revelations. Didn't really like this movie at all. Kind of like the first one. I don't really get the story. There's just too many things going on. It's a little boring. The picture quality was good, which was the only saving grace for this movie. But the acting was bad. It wasn't scary. And didn't care for it. But I do love the slipcase. And no, I would not recommend this. And I did sell it. I just kept the slipcase because that's you gotta admit that's cool. And the 3D version's even cooler looking too, so I gotta give him props on that. Wouldn't recommend it. Next up, we got Alex Cross. This was okay. This was good. It's good. It's good. I'll give it that. It's based off of the characters from Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider, starring Morgan Freeman, and this is supposed to be his character younger. But it didn't really make sense because this movie takes place in the present, so if it's based off Morgan Freeman's character, this should take place in like the 50s, but it doesn't. I guess it doesn't have to make sense. But and no, I didn't think of Medea every time I was watching this. He's a decent enough actor to where you can believe that he's not Medea. It also stars Matthew Fox, who I thought did a good job, just for the fact that he literally transformed his body. I mean, if you've seen Lost, you know, he had some muscle, but he was a little stocky. This dude is 100% ripped. There's like no body fat on him anymore, and he did a good job of playing a psychopath. You know, he's good at that. I could see him playing the villain role now. But it was okay. It had its twist here and there, but picture quality was pretty good. I was entertained. I wasn't bored by any means. So I mean, I would rent it. I wouldn't tell you to buy it because it's kind of the run-of-the-mill thriller. But if you want something cool to check out, check it out. This movie was hilarious for a good time call. I would definitely buy this if you're into comedies. If you just want to laugh, get this movie. And to be honest, I've never really seen a comedy based around two girls that open a phone sex operating line. So I've never seen a plot like that before, but it's really funny. Both of the girls carry the movie. They're basically in it for 90% of the time. Justin Long is in there 20-30% of the time. He was really funny, but I wish he was in it more. But these girls, it's not so much them being funny, it's just the situations that they're in that make it funny. But and plus you've probably seen this blonde girl. She's in literally every comedy. I haven't seen. I've seen her voice. When you hear her voice, you're gonna be like, I've heard her voice somewhere, but I'm not sure if I've seen her face. But I would highly recommend this movie. Hilarious all the way through, and picture quality was good. So definitely pick this one up. Next one, Taken 2. Awesome action movie. I don't see why people hate this one. If you like the first one, you shouldn't hate the second one because it's more the same. It's just him just destroying dudes left and right. Is it believable? No. Was the first one believable? No. So, I mean, don't hate on the second one if you hate on the first one. I know people are saying it wasn't needed, but are half of these sequels needed in all these other movies? Probably not. But what I liked this time around, the family was featured more. The wife and the daughter, and I like Famke Janssen. I think she's a great actress, and I didn't hate that she was in it. Love me some Maggie Grace. I'm sure most of you guys love Maggie Grace. And she did more, and she came through for Pops, Liam Neeson, so that was cool. The one scene with the grenades were a little bit ridiculous, but other than that, I love this movie. I thought it was awesome. And you should buy it. This next one was one of the scariest movies I've seen in a really long time, and it's Sinister. This movie was so creepy and freaky, and all those words. It's just one hell of a movie. It was just it's about Ethan Hawke's character who moves into this house where this family died, and he's writing a book about them, and it's just the things that happen, and it's just terrifying. There's kids in this movie. Anytime you see a horror movie with little kids, you know you're gonna be freaked out, and I was. And I some of the videos when you watch, because he finds a box of home movies of all these different families that this guy has killed, and the videos are like freaky. I mean, like some of the ways that they die is just, oh my god. And some of them will kind of like some it's like it'll be silent and something happens and you jump. It's like it's happened a few times throughout this movie, and it's just a really, really terrifying movie. I love the intro. The intro is like one of the tapes that he watches and how the family dies. It's just, I've never seen anything like it. It was just so crazy. But I can't recommend this enough. This is an amazing movie, and the picture quality was fantastic. So I would definitely recommend this one for sure. Probably the best horror movie that's come out in the past 2 years. This next one was a good one. It was a great comedy, a nice comedy, and it's Here Comes the Boom. This I enjoyed a lot. It's one of those kind of uplifting, fun movies. It's basically about Kevin James plays a teacher, and what's its face? Henry Winkler is the music teacher, and they have to cut funds, and he's going to get fired, and Kevin James does not want him to get fired, so he decides that he's going to make money by fighting in UFC, and it's just, it doesn't sound like a movie that you would enjoy, or a movie that sounds entertaining, but when you watch it, it's just a blast. It's just a fun movie. Picture quality was amazing, and it was funny, but at the same time, it had heart. I love that. So, and it's a Happy Madison movie, and I love that. I basically love all Happy Madison movies, so, but this was a good one for sure. I would definitely recommend that one. Next one is Argo. This movie was really good, really interesting. And the thing is, I'm not really into movies like this, but this one was really good. Like, there's not a lot of action at all, but it keeps you entertained because the story is just so interesting, and everybody knows the story, so I'm not even going to get into it. But Ben Affleck was amazing in this, and there was a lot of like cool actors I hadn't seen in a while. For example, one of the hostages that's in Iran that they're trying to get out is the guy from Empire Records who plays that guy who steals the money in Empire Records, and he's basically told to sit on the couch and he can't move. That guy is in this, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. And basically nothing but great performances. I do think Alan Arkin should not have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He was not in this that much. And he kind of plays, I've seen him play that character before, so I don't get the big deal. But this is a must own. The picture was good, like I said, or I don't remember if I said that, but anyways, definitely get this movie. It's very suspenseful, edge of your seat movie, and there's a reason why it won Best Picture. So, and finally, last but certainly not least, is The Man with the Iron Fist. This movie I didn't want to see in the theater, but I kind of had high hopes for it when I picked it up. Because I had bought The Raid, which I showed in the last update, and that was one hell of an action martial arts movie. So I was kind of, that kind of got me in the mood to watch another one, and I thought I was going to get that with this. Unfortunately, I did not. It is written, directed, everything by RZA. The picture quality was okay. At times, there was little things going on with the picture that kind of prevented me from giving it a super high grade for it. I like that he was able to get some of the people in this movie. Like, I'm surprised Russell Crowe was in this, Lucy Liu. But the action was good. I just wish I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of action, but there's a lot of filler between. Like, you would think that this movie would be non-stop action, but there's a lot of drought periods throughout this movie without action, which I mean, for a martial arts movie, you'd think there'd be more. and I just felt every time somebody got hit, it didn't have that sound effect, that boom, like, or boom, like you didn't hear it. It just felt, everything felt weak, and that's a big, like, I don't know how they dropped the ball on that, because when you watch The Raid, every hit sounds like hard hitting, and I didn't get that with this movie. The story was okay. It ran. I watched the unrated version, and I guess it's more bloodier, but it was okay. The acting was so-so. I was entertained, but by no means did I love this movie. And I'm surprised Lucy Liu, she kicked butt in this movie. But I like Jamie Chung. That's a good-looking Asian woman. She is actually from Real World. I don't know if people remember when they had Real World San Diego. She was in that. She was one of the cast members, and pretty safe to say she's pretty successful because I've seen her in a ton of movies. But that's a side. That's a different discussion for a different day. But this was pretty good. I mean, I guess I'd recommend it. Anyways, guys, that's it. Only 8 movies. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll probably make another one in probably the next 2 weeks or so. By then, I should have about another 8 or 10. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.